Welcome to today's live taping of Saltwater Showdown! Sponsored by Truist and filmed exclusively here at Truist Sea Lion Studios.
That are near and dear to our ocean's ecosystem. I think that's strictly amazing. Without further ado, let's welcome to the stage our superstar sea lion teams.
Hello everyone, my name is Elijah and we are Team Peaches.
Hey everyone, my name is Alyssa and this here is Team Scarlet.
Star and why they're playing today.
Starting up first, we have our youngest sea lion. This here is Scarlet. Now, Scarlet here does have the home field advantage as the only sea lion who's been born here at Georgia Aquarium. Team Scarlet is going to be playing for sustainable fishery and fishing practices because the more sustainably we fish, the more food will be available for sea lions like Scarlet and all of our other marine friends.
Next up, front and center, is Peaches. She gets her name for being right here in Georgia, which is, of course, the Peach State. Today, Peaches and I are playing some more ocean ecological research because the more we know about our oceans, the more we can do to protect them.
Lastly, all the way to your left is Team Sappy. Now, Sappy is one of the most vocal sea lions we have here at the aquarium. So make sure you guys are listening close for all of those correct answers. Today, Team Sappy is playing for Marine Mammal Rescue and Rehabilitation, a cause that is near and dear to our heart as her dad is a rescued sea lion. I know I can speak for my fellow competitors when I say we are so excited to be competing here today, as these girls serve as ambassadors for their species and their home, Georgia Aquarium.
As our sea lions make their way back to the stage, it's time for our first thrilling round to begin. Marine Blast!
Question 1.
How many hours does a sea lion sleep each day?
We've got this one. We don't need any sleep around here.
That's definitely not true. Sea lions do need their beauty sleep just like we do. They will sleep anywhere from 8 to 12 hours every day. That's right. If you've ever been to the West Coast, you've probably seen sea lions in positions that look a lot like this. That's right. You can often catch them resting, relaxing, and soaking up the sunshine. But please don't think that they are lazy animals because they spend days at a time hunting for the food they eat. So when they return to shore, they are in need of a well-deserved rest.
Question 2.
What does the word pinniped mean?
Okay. Sappy says it has something to do with sea lions.
I guess that's kind of true, but the real answer is that pinniped means fin or feather-footed. So it's not just sea lions, it also involves other species such as harbor seals. Now, people often get seals and sea lions confused with each other, so there are a couple of great ways that you can tell them apart. The first is looking at the side of their head. Sea lions will have external ear flaps, which are called pennae, while seals will have inside holes on the sides of their head. But the best way to tell them apart, by far, is watching how they move around on land. Sea lions have rotating head bones, allowing them to walk on all fours. That's great for going forwards, but it's even better for taking things in reverse. Seals have fused hip bones, so they move on land a little bit differently. It's going to look a little more like this.
Question 3.
What is a sea lion's #1 predator?
Okay, I promise this is our question, but I think I need all of your guys' help if you're okay with it. Safi has a great impression of her #1 predator, and when you know what she is, I need you guys to go ahead and shout it on out. Is she a shark? Great job, everybody. Let's give it up for Safi, the great white shark.
Question 4.
These guests claimed they heard a lot of loud noises when they were entering the studio. What was the source of that noise?
Oh, we got it. That was me and Scarlett. We've been practicing for our audition for American Idol.
Well, it wasn't just Scarlet, it was all of our sea lions. They are incredibly loud and vocal animals known for their iconic barks and roars. Each sea lion sounds a little bit differently from each other, but out along the California coast, you can often hear them all singing together in a very beautiful chorus.
That was the final riveting question of Brain Blast! At the end of our first round, the current leader is... Peaches! Incredible! I did not know the answer to any of those questions. Thank goodness for our fantastic Pinnipeds. When you have sea lions of this caliber in the show, correct answers are a sure thing. Now, it's time for a quick commercial break, but stay tuned because when we come back, all our sea lion stars move on to the next thrilling round.
More and more sea lions are found stranded along California's coast, malnourished and dehydrated. Rising temperatures and an increase in the frequency of extreme weather events are changing the world sea lions live in faster than they can adapt. While climate change continues to disrupt the delicate balance of our world's oceans, there are ways you can make a positive impact. Try taking reusable bags to the grocery store and drinking from a refillable water bottle. Every small action will make a difference. When we work together, we can help preserve the natural world for future generations of our aquatic friends.
And we're back. Now, that's the kind of messaging I can get behind. Okay, after an informative first round, let's kick it up a notch. Here's round 2. I hope you're ready to see our sea lions show off their strength, agility, and grace in Shoreline Shuffle. here at Truist Sea Lion Studios. Remember, the sea lions and animal care staff you saw today are trained. If you happen to encounter a sea lion in the wild, respect their space and observe them from a distance. They thrive when undisturbed in their natural habitat. Thank you again, and have a fantastic day here at Georgia Aquarium.
Section 1, you are ready. Section 1 only.
Wheelchairs and strollers to the right. Wheelchairs and strollers to the right.
Yes, sit down, Victoria. There's a lot of noise.
Also to the right. If you want to get on that sidewalk, on the left hand No open food or drinks are allowed on the moving sidewalk. If you have an open food or drink, please move to the right. If you want to get to the right. Folks on the right, remember to keep moving forward once you go in the tunnel. Please do not stop to take pictures, to take videos, or to just look at the animals. Remember to keep moving forward. The folks on the left don't have to worry about that because the moving sidewalk will move for them. However, you friends on the right need to remember to keep moving forward. Voyager, you're now entering the tunnel. Friends with wheelchairs and strollers, please stay to the right. If you're going to get on that moving sidewalk, you're going to want to get all the way against the wall on the left. We cannot block that right side because we need it to be free and clear for folks with wheelchairs, for strollers, or anyone that wants to get on that moving base on the right side. There's going to be real sharks. Bye-bye. Mama, do you see that? That's a real shark. I take a picture, that is a real shark. It was made to make like Guys, on the right, keep moving forward.
That's a baby bear show.
Alright, excuse me, let me fix that. Excuse me. Guys, keep moving forward. You're on the left.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Hello everyone, welcome to Ocean Voyager Theater. My name is Tyler. I'm down here on your right with my friends Andrew and Michaela. Now, just a bit of safety first off. I would like to ask folks that are at the window up front here to try to get as close as you can to the window. We want to keep this blue stripe in the middle of the court clear. So if you are sitting on the blue stripe, please try and move closer to the window or go ahead and sit back on the steps. We want to keep the blue stripe on the court clear and try and keep that exit way as clear as possible to help ease the flow of traffic and in the interest of safety. Now, the star of our Ocean Voyager Theater is Sean, our whale shark. He's approximately approximately 4 feet wide. Now, does anybody want to guess how big his throat is? Anybody have a guess? Exactly, it's about the size of a ping pong ball. I also like to point out that whale sharks' teeth, yes, they do have teeth. If y'all are familiar with the U.S. penny, whale sharks' teeth are about the size of Lincoln's beard on a U.S. penny. They are very, very small. So whale sharks, as large and as intimidating as they might appear, they are actually gentle giants. They are filter feeders. They eat primarily plankton, krill, tiny squid, all sorts of little itty-bitty things. Some of you might have noticed we also have one green sea turtle here at Georgia Aquarium. His name is Tank. He is the only green sea turtle we have here. Now, sea turtles are primarily vegetarians, but do not tell Tank that. He's a little sassy, and he actually has been known from time to time to swipe some squid and some clams as the rays get fed. So once again, I do want to ask folks to try and keep this blue stripe down the middle here as clear as possible. If you are sitting in front of the window, try and kind of scrunch yourself up closer to the window or sit back further on the stairs. To ease the flow of traffic.
Now, living in the tissues of the polyps is going to be a plant. It is a carbonated algae called Jews and Billy, but we'll just stick with algae, that's easier terms. So that algae is what provides the coral with 80% of its food every single day, and those bright, vibrant colors. That's not the coral really, it's the algae living in the coral tissues. So that is to make sure it can get plenty of sunlight to be able to photosynthesize. So we can provide the proteins and sugars to that coral. And you'll see all the bright and vibrant, the bright sunlight coming in. That is natural sunlight. We don't have any kind of artificial sunlight, unfortunately, and what that will be to make it look like real. That is actually real sunlight coming from the outside. There's a really large skylight over the outside of the habitat that helps feed the algae, and the algae then helps feed the coral.
He's so he's like look at that.
Back in the sand real fast.
What are those ones?
Yeah.
What are those ones?
They're splendid garden.
Dolphin presentations. To allow all guests to experience our dolphin presentation, please move to the center of the road and fill all available seats. Welcome to the Dolphin Show, presented by Margaret Vacation Island. Everyone's safety and comfort, taking videos or photos of any kind during the presentation is not. Once we begin, it is important that no one walks along the aisle at the front of the pool. Movement near the acrylic windows is distracting to the dolphins and will affect the presentation. If you must leave when the presentation is over, please use the stairs and see the usher at the top aisle of the queue. Once the presentation is over, please remain seated until the usher indicates that it is time for your section to stand and exit the field. Finally, if you are seated in the first 10 rows, you're in our designated soak zone, and there's a very good chance that you will be drenched with ice-cold salt. So, if you don't want to be absolutely, completely soaking wet, you should seek higher and drier ground on the slide. Once again, that's the first 10 rows, our officially designated soak zone. And now, join us as we embark on a journey of investigation, adventure, and discovery. Dolphins have been captivating the hearts and minds of humans for thousands of years. The impact of these animals stretches around the globe and through time itself. From ancient Greece to the present day, from the waters of the Indo-Pacific to the Atlantic, people around the world have made connections with these incredible marine mammals. 37 species of dolphin call the waterways of our planet home, from the micro to the 3-foot Hector dolphin. Dolphin distribution is vast, with populations in the Mediterranean Sea, off the coast of Africa, and right here in the coastal waters of Georgia. The common bottlenose dolphin, sleek, agile, and graceful. The bottlenose dolphin is one of the smartest species in the animal kingdom. Today we embark on a journey to learn how incredibly connected we are, to see the impact we have on each other, and to voyage deeper into their extraordinary home. This is Destination Dolphin.
wave right on back to Lily. And last one, certainly not least, she is our highest flying little rock star. She's our oldest at 35 years young. It's Roxy.
Dolphin mothers will give life and nurse their young, just like us. But, as we all know, it takes a village. Other females in the pod will take on support roles, helping mom as the cat grows. While dolphins live their entire lives in the water, humans and dolphins breathe the same air. From the dolphins' first breath, they are truly distinct, just like you, and leave an indelible mark on the world around them.
Hello everyone, my name is Rebecca. I'm one of the trainers here at Georgia Aquarium, and in just a moment we're going to be joined at the front of the habitat by one of the amazing dolphins you all just met. Her name is Lily. She is 21 years old, and she lives in a group or a pod with other female dolphins in what would be known as a nursery pod. And meanwhile, this would consist of females and their calves. Now, as we just learned from that video, dolphins breathe air because they are mammals, just like us. But unlike us, they breathe out of a blowhole located on top of their head. And Lily's going to demonstrate that for all of you right now. Thank you. They usually come up to take a breath about every 30 seconds to a minute, but they can hold their breath for over 7 minutes. Now this blowhole is also where they create all of their vocalizations. So if you listen closely, it really sounds a little something like this. Dolphins' vocalizations, but what we do know is each dolphin has their own unique signature whistle. Now, this is a sound that is given to them by their mothers when they are very young, and it sort of acts like a dolphin name. They use this sound to identify themselves to other dolphins. They can also use it to find each other if they were to get separated. But dolphins have another thing that make them unique from each other, and that would be their fingerprints. But I'm sure you're looking at Lily here and saying, oh, no way, this dolphin has no fingers. And she is not, but what she does have is this dorsal fin on her back. And just like our fingerprints, no two dolphins have the exact same dorsal fin. They can be different shapes, sizes, colorations, and have different markings or notches along the back of them. You can see a picture of Lily's up on the screen, but what you might notice is the back of Lily's dorsal fin has this really cool thing on it where it kind of looks like a lasagna noodle. It's got a little wiggle to it. But we can use other identifying characteristics to tell our dolphins apart as well. For example, Lily is one of our darker females, and her head melon, or that forehead part of her head, is very round. So now that you've learned a little bit about Lily, see if you can spot her throughout the rest of our presentation today. Thank you so much, Rebecca and Lily, for that closer look at our kids and dolphins. At Georgia Aquarium, animal well-being is our top priority. From routine medical care to nutritious, personalized diets, with a day full of learning but plenty of time to play too. Our dolphins receive well-rounded care that affects their mind and body. But our reach goes further than these curtain walls. What we learn here is a direct effect on animals, wild counterparts, and their ecosystem as a whole. Biological samples and behavioral observations provide researchers with information they may not otherwise get from the ocean. Through partnerships with regulated agencies like the American Humane Society and the Association of Zoos and Aquariums, you can be sure the highest standard of care for our animals, trainers, and guests are health. Accredited facilities like Georgia Aquarium provide personalized connections that then inspire future generations to care for these intelligent animals too. Responsible interaction, begin here.
Hello everybody, my name is John. I'm here with my new friend Jana, and joining us front and center is John and Rebecca. And today our two volunteers are going to help us answer a very important question, and that is, who knows more about the bottlenose dolphin? Do you think it's the adults? we're going to introduce ourselves with 2 hands out. Give her a nice big wave hello. Phoebe, meet John, and John, meet Phoebe. Very nice. And now that you've been properly introduced, it's time for your first question. Are you ready? Okay. We're going to take a look inside Phoebe's mouth right here. She's got all these sharp white things all around the edge of her mouth. What are those called? Teeth. Very nice, John. We got our first question right. Now, I'm going to give you this nice, juicy herring right here. Toss that right in Phoebe's mouth. Very nice, John. Chew that fish at all. Now she just swallows them whole. Very nice.
John, that was your first question. I don't know, guys, that seems a little easy, don't you think? I think as the adults, John, we can take this a step further. So for your question, how many teeth does a bottlenose dolphin have? Don't worry, I'll let you take a peek inside from Mediana's mouth so you can count. Alright, what do you think? 62. You are so close, John. It's actually anywhere between 72 to 104 of those cone-shaped teeth. And unlike us, they only get 1 set of teeth for their entire lifetime. Nice try, though.
Alright, Johnny, you can come on in here a little bit closer. You can reach on out and give me some back rubs right here. Keep on giving her some rubs. I'm sure everybody out there is dying to know, what does she feel like? Slick. It's a good answer. I think the best answer I ever got was that she feels like a red hot dog. What do you think? You agree? Okay, very cool. It's time for our second question. Are you ready? So we learned that dolphins are mammals just like us. They breathe air, but they don't have a nose, so Phoebe's gonna breathe from somewhere else. She actually breathes from this area right here on top of her head. Do you know what that's called? It's a hole that she blows air out of. You just say blowhole. The blowhole, John! Oh my gosh! We're 2 for 2! Nice job!
Alright, John, no pressure, but John is 2 for 2 up there with absolutely no help at all. But I think that you can get this second question right, alright? So for this one, we're gonna go back to your high school science classes, alright? Okay. What is the scientific name of the bottlenose dolphin? Don't worry, I'll give you a hint. It's Latin. It is not porpoise. That is a nice guess, though. That's unfortunately also not Latin. The correct answer, I'm sure all of you guys out there know because you're watching the trivia before show, it's Perseops truncatus. Good job, everyone. You've been a fantastic volunteer for us, John. Go ahead and take this fish and toss it over to Remediana. Nicely done. She'll get that, yeah. Now, we've gotten to learn a lot about the dolphin today. We've gotten to see how we can build a relationship with them. So now it's time to take it away for a big finale behavior. Are you ready for this, John? All right, go ahead and face Remediana. On the count of 3, give her that hand signal. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Now, oh my goodness, it looks like Remediana does not want to help the adults today. John, can we get some help up there for the kids?
Alright, so John, you can come on here to this side of our slide out, turn around and face our amazing audience. I think it's pretty clear that the kids took the win today, so we have a special surprise for you. So take 1 more step backwards for me. Perfect. Phoebe is going to join us up here on the slide out just like this. And you can take a step forward to give her some rubs right there on her back. Very nice. Folks, let's hear one more time for our amazing dolphins. And we give a round of applause for our 2 amazing team volunteers, John and Jana.
Behind every impressive jump, every graceful spin, and every playful interaction lies a remarkable connection, forged through mutual trust, respect, and friendship. Like any strong relationship, ours is founded in time and spent getting to know one another. Every day, we learn. The smallest change in their behavior can give us a world of information. Through our time together, we've established a bond that allows us to communicate effectively and work together seamlessly. And in return, our dolphins never cease to amaze us. Their intelligence, curiosity, and boundless spirit. Together, we embark on a journey of discovery and sharing, enriching each other's lives along the way. A journey that allows us to enter the water and become a part of their community. is more than just us. Today, we're taking the first step. Learning about dolphins in an aquarium setting is responsible interaction. Responsible interaction using medical animals are ones that give them space. And if you come across dolphins in the wild, enjoy this experience watching from a distance without interfering. After you're in the water or the beach, make no trips. Collect all of your belongings and properly dispose of trash, recycling. And if you have to cross a sick with an animal, contact the authorities and train and ready to respond. Dolphins inspire us to care for our oceans and the animals that call these waters home. It is these simple yet authentic actions that can make a big difference. Through our connection with dolphins that we see our connection to each other. So now, our goal is to bring their home to all of you. Where do we go from here? The next destination is up to you.
Thank you for discovering the world of the bottlenose dolphin today. For your safety, please remain seated until our ushers signal your section to exit the field. fellow explorers, and welcome aboard the SS Peligroso. Before we set sail, let's go over a few important but totally not boring safety instructions that will keep you comfortable during the duration of your voyage. First things first, let's talk about life jackets. We don't have any. Here at Peligroso Adventure Company, we believe that life should be lived on the edge. However, we understand that emergencies can occur, and often do during our tours, strangely enough. Should you need to disembark the vessel before the expedition is over, please do not walk along the aisle at the front of the ship. Instead, please follow the eerie glowing lights of the stairs to the top aisle of the ship, where one of our crew members will be happy to assist you. Speaking of lights, the use of flash photography is strictly prohibited, as it can be distracting to the dolphins and upsetting to the spirits that haunt this very vessel. Once the SS Peligroso returns to dock after the conclusion of your journey, please remain seated until the crew member instructs you to stand and exit your row. And remember, if you're ever in doubt, just follow the person who looks like they know where they're going. Finally, the waves can get a little choppy on our vessel, and we will most assuredly take on water. What does this mean? Glad you asked. If you are seated in the first 10 rows, you are in the designated soak zone of the ship. Yay! Please note, there is a very good chance you will be drenched with water. If you do not want to be splashed, doused, or soaked by ocean spray, please move to the back of the ship at this time. Thank you for voluntarily participating in the muster announcement for your tour, even though it's legally required by law after our last tour went sideways. Happy sailing and good luck! I mean, bon voyage!
Welcome to Georgia Aquarium! And welcome aboard the SS Peligroso. My name's Max, and I'll be the guide for your tour today. And sailing with us is our resident animal expert and zoologist, Ruth.
Thanks, Max. Hello, everyone, and welcome. On today's tour, you'll get to see what being a dolphin trainer is all about. You'll get to meet our dolphin pod and see the incredible bonds forged between trainer and the ocean's most recognizable ambassador, the bottlenose dolphin.
And let's not forget to have a little fun in the process. Okay, now that the formalities are out of the way, what do you say we get this charter going? Anchors away! Thank you for choosing Peligroso Adventure Company for all your expedition needs. We know you have many options when it comes to excursions, and we thank you for choosing to sail with us. Now, keep your eyes peeled for the stars of your tour today, the common bottlenose dolphin!
wherever here is. The weather picked up out of nowhere.
That doesn't matter now. All that matters is that everyone is safe. Look, we can see where you are via satellite tracking and can help you get back on course. Just keep heading up the channel you're in for now.
Oh, hey, why don't we just make a right? And then we can just...
That's a protected coral reef. It sits between you and your original tour route. You'll have to go around it. I'll check in with you again further ahead. Keep everyone safe. Crossbones Key is dangerous. Over and out.
All right then. Hey Ruth, why don't you take over here while I go get the new course charted?
No problem, Max. No need to be alarmed, everyone. While Max gets our boat back on track, let's get back to the purpose of our tour today. A dolphin and human's skeletal structure share some similarities, but also some major differences. See the pectoral flippers on the side? Believe it or not, inside these flippers are bones, creating a modified shoulder and elbow, as well as 5 finger-like digits, much like our own hand. These flippers are used for stopping and steering. The dorsal fin on the back is used for stabilization. However, it doesn't have any bones in it at all. This, in fact, is the difference between a flipper and a fin. Flippers have bones, while fins do not. Now, a human's nose is made out of cartilage, but dolphins don't actually have a nose at all. The snout area of a dolphin is called their rostrum and is made entirely out of bone. These lower jawbones help in the amplification of sound waves during the echolocation process as dolphins sense the environment around them. Using these clicks and whistles, dolphins send out sound waves into their environment that help create a mental image of their surroundings, which, unfortunately for now, is Crossbones Key. Now, the overall shape and body of a dolphin is pointed at both ends. This helps them reduce drag as they propel themselves up and across the water.
Okay, Max, we've got some good news and bad news. The good news is you're almost at the end of the channel and back on track.
What's the bad news?
You're going to have to go through a massive sea cave to get there. All communication is going to be lost for a bit until you reach the other side. Be safe! There have been reports of spiders? Danger.
Well, okay then. Nothing to worry about. Just straight through this cave and we're out of here. There's nothing to worry about. I've got a tour to save. What is that? Some sort of boneyard?
That's no boneyard. This used to be a beautiful and thriving coral reef. But as water temperatures rise, ocean coral lose the nutrients that they need to survive in a process called coral bleaching. But there's hope. Since 2010, the Georgia Aquarium has logged over 1,000 hours helping regrow coral fragments from the Florent Keys. These fragments are then transplanted to help the growth of healthy coral in affected reefs. And you can help too. Chemicals in sunscreen can pollute the waters. When shopping for sunscreen, check the active ingredients. Look for sunscreen that is nano, paraben, and clear zinc free. Just like the bottlenose dolphin, coral reefs should be enjoyed by viewing, but never touching or interacting with them. Ocean coral is home to 25% of marine life. By protecting them, we're protecting countless species and the health of our oceans as a whole.
Can you hear me, Max? Max, can you hear me? Max, can you hear me? Max, can you hear me? Over.
We read you loud and clear, home base. Everyone is safe and we're headed back to port.
That's great news. Well done, Max. We'll see you back at the dock shortly. I got really worried there for a bit. Next time, maybe pay attention.
Absolutely. Not bad for my first day on the job. Oh, what do you say we try this one more time? Here goes nothing!
you disembark from the vessel, please grab your personal belongings and watch your step, as the floor and stairs may be wet. For the health and safety of our animals, please do not reach over your pillow area. From all of us here at Peligroso Adventure Company, thank you and have a wonderful day here at Georgia Aquarium.
Hello, you wonderful animal enthusiasts, and welcome to today's live taping of Saltwater Showdown! Sponsored by Truist and filmed exclusively here at Truist Sea Lion Studio. Your host with the most, Wayne Wilder!
Thank you, and hello, everyone! Today we have a spine-chilling surprise as our celebrity sea lions are competing to support causes that are near and dear to our ocean's ecosystem. I think that's truly amazing. Without further ado, let's welcome to the stage our spectacular sea lion team.
Good morning! My name is Susie, and this is Team Neptune! Hello, everyone! My name is Lindsay, and we are Team Diego! Now let's keep that round of applause going for all of our sea lion stars!
What an impressive cast of characters. Let's take a moment to learn a little about each sea lion star and why they're playing today.
Starting up here, we are going to have Diego, our oldest and largest contestant here today, at 21 years old. We are definitely going to crush the competition here today because the older the wiser. We are playing today for ocean ecological research, because the more we know about our world's oceans, the more we can do to protect and preserve them.
Next up on the left-hand side, we have Neptune. He is another one of our rescued sea lions. He's currently 12 years old. Unfortunately, his story starts way back, and it is a little unfortunate compared to some of our other sea lions. When Neptune was first stranded, he was found with some discarded fishing hooks embedded in his front flippers. But upon further investigation, if you take a look to your near screen, you're going to see his x-rays. They show that Neptune, he's living to this day with bullet fragments in his head.
Oh.
Safe to say he came in contact with some folks that are not as fond of sea lions as we are here. That's the very reason why today we are so honored to play to support rescue, rehabilitation, and release efforts along the coast of California. Without those very facilities, neither Neptune or Diego would have been given that second chance at life, the opportunity to be ambassadors for their species, and the chance to play in Saltwater Showdown at their forever home, Georgia Aquarium.
As our sea lions make their way back to the stage, it's time for our first terrifying round to begin! Brain Blast!
Question 1.
How many hours does a sea lion sleep each day?
6.
Ooh, we know this one, we know this one. It's actually similar to us. Sea lions sleep about 8 to 12 hours every single night. So often or not, along the coast of California, you're gonna find sea lions in positions that look a little bit more like this. Yeah, this is my goal for all the candy I'm gonna eat on Halloween. But don't mistake them as being a lazy species. They can spend hours, if not days at a time, hunting for all the food that they need. So when they come back ashore, they're given that well-deserved rest.
Question 2.
What are the two key differences between seals and sea lions?
Is there even a difference?
their eyes and their teeth? Well, if you don't know and I don't know, who is there going to be to help us?
Trick or treat!
Hey everyone!
I'm
Farmer Seal Toby with me.
Figuring out what the differences between sea lions and seals are, and I'm sure now that we have Toby out here, we might see a few differences. The first is their ears and their hips. That's right. If you look at your nearest sea lion, you're going to see they have a cute little Tootsie Roll-like object hanging out behind their eyes. That is their ear flaps, and they are external just like you and I are, where Toby here just has a pinhole about an inch behind the eye. But my favorite way to tell them apart is the way that they move on land. Sea lions have the ability to put their hind flippers up underneath their body and walk on all fours, which is great for moving forwards, but even better for taking things in reverse. Excellent job. Now Toby here can back it up as well, but it does look a little bit different because he's going to be using his abdominal muscles, which is why for our Halloween costume this year we're going as the worm.
Question 3.
How many pounds of food do sea lions eat in a day?
Okay, well Toby and I are not sea lions, but Toby eats like 12 pounds of fish a day.
What? This is a little bit of a trick question, so me and Diego are going to help you out here, Toby. It is going to actually depend on their body weight, around 5 to 8% of it. So for each animal, it will be a little bit different, but they are all going to catch that fish in the same way. Our sea lions have a nice mouthful of sharp teeth. That would even make Dracula jealous. But that secret weapon is their flexible neck. They're able to go from side to side, as well as taking the nose all the way back to their spine. And I think I've heard that Toby maybe can take this one step further, and he can go nose to toes.
Question 4.
These guests claim they heard a lot of loud noises when they were entering the studio. What was the source of that noise?
Well, if Neptune didn't already give it away, it is our sea lions barking and roaring throughout the day. Sea lions, they'll utilize those iconic phrases of trick or treat or bark and roar to get their point across to one another. They have those iconic barks, roars. Neptune, he already showed off his dazzling voice, but Diego, he sounds pretty great as well.
That was the final riveting question of Brain Blast! At the end of our first round, the correct leader is Neptune!
Incredible! I did not know the answer to any of those questions. Thank goodness for our fantastic videos. Now, it's time for a quick commercial break. But stay tuned, because when we come back, something fishy this way splashes in our next thrilling round.
More and more sea lions are found stranded along California's coast, malnourished and dehydrated. Rising temperatures and an increase in the frequency of extreme weather events are changing the world sea lions live in faster than they can adapt. While climate change continues to disrupt the delicate balance of our world's oceans, there are ways you can make a positive impact. Try taking reusable bags to the grocery store and drinking from a refillable water bottle. Every small action can make a difference. When we work together, we can help preserve the natural world for future generations of our aquatic friends.
And we're back! Now, that's the kind of messaging I can get behind. Okay, after an informative first round, let's kick it up a notch, huh? Here's round 2. I hope you're ready to see our sea lions show off their strength, agility, and grace in Shoreline Shuffle. And now, after careful consideration and rigorous tallying of our Brain Blast and Shoreline Shuffle segments, our adjudicators have come to a conclusion. Your winner today is Diego! We've all selected for our big finale.
I can't predict king.
I see Dory. You point out Dory for me. Do you see her? It's a fox. You see Dory? Very good.
Can you imagine like that? The nerves that you're here
Then you wrap yourself around
Don't forget it.
Oh, I'm sorry. They gotta have kind of like a brain. And they move and they breathe and they suck up the water.
That's great.
Because Splendid Garden is.
Oh my goodness! There's baby starfish. There is.
Oh, Ivy. Good call, kiddo.
3, 4.
Oh my gosh.
All right, come on, let's go look at other stuff. What is it, Dennis? Wait a minute. We're going, baby. We're going. Huh? Let's go find Ariel. I'm going over that area. There's Ariel. Look, go over there, Sissy.
You're gonna play because that's what strollers can't go on it.
Alright, team, Bubba's got you.
That's all largest man track. That's about 20 feet long. My name is Sheila. And then this is Blue. And then named after the Jurassic Park. Mantuays. That's named after the velociraptor. Jurassic Park. You know? That's the velociraptor. So we named it after the velociraptor. That's the Mantuay. And they don't have any stings. So the stingers can sting. Mantuays cannot sting. So they're just giants. That's what I'm in Hawaii. That's where they do their dance, like those calls that you see and they flip on them.
Down to slice it.
There's a giant blue ball. There's a giant blue ball. Those ones that you put Cajun seasoning in. Some mayonnaise and hot sauce and good stuff like Cajun It's actually the biggest cousin of Goliath. The biggest one is Goliath.
Hey, what is it?
The Goliath is what? That's a mantua. That's about 19 feet. She came to us from South Africa. Yeah. And that's blue. She came to us from Florida. From St. Thomas.
Lily's like, we were just here 2 days ago.
Look at the big stingray.
Yeah.
He's
Look up.
blips or whatever. Japanese spider crab.
Oh.
seal.
Seal?
Yeah.
They put on a show. Yeah. I love the snuggle one. It's a little silver cherry. I love them. I probably heard those are little tiny guys. Look at his face. He's so cute. What if we had just kept him in our bathtub?
Look at it, what's happening there?
I feel like I look like a guy from
Oh, look at him.
I look like a guy from Rio. Where I was going like that.
If you are a parent and you just want to take pictures, you're more than welcome to walk around this side closer to the exhibit to take those pictures. But if you would like to use that tunnel, please walk around this side of me by the blue wall to go into the tunnel. Once again, if you're just now walking up and you would like to use that tunnel, please walk around this side of me by the blue wall. If you're a parent and you just want to take pictures, you're more than welcome to walk on either side of it, but please be closer to the exhibit so you can take those pictures. Hello everyone, you're just now walking up and you would like to use that tunnel. Please walk around this side of me to go into the tunnel. While you go into the tunnel, you'll be up under the penguins and around them. So if you would like to use that tunnel and crawl up under, you're more than welcome to. Just walk around this side of me. If you're just here to see the penguins, you want to take pictures, you can go on this way.
Sorry.
Parece que estuviera parado. Está parado. Yo te los mando, ¿sí?
Hey folks, how you doing? My name's Peter. I'm over here kind of behind you. So I just want to mention that's actually our trainers working with our beluga whales up there right now, and they're probably getting a snack, a little enrichment up there. And I see Miss Maple coming out of the back area. So this habitat's 800,000 gallons. Around that corner leads to a gate. It's at our medical habitat. We actually can raise the floor up for quick health assessments. There's another gate that's probably open that leads to the secondary habitat. So the whole thing's about 800,000 gallons. Now let me see what time it is here. At 1:15, I will be doing an official beluga narration, and I'll be up front doing that. We'll get into some details about beluga whales and their ecology. So if you want to wait around a few more minutes, we'll do that. Looks like that's our male Nunavik. He's just kind of sliding around looking what's going on up there. So we have one boy and 4 females in there. And they range in age from the probably early mid-20s down to a little over 5.5 years old. That's our calf Shyla is the youngest one. And we have 3 of the harbor seals. That looks like Rose there. 2 males, Floyd and Survey. There they all are. So the one's a little smaller is Rose. The 2 boys are a little bigger. And it's Floyd, Survey, and Rose. And they've been here 16 years. They've been here 3 years older now. And they get along great with the belugas. That's Miss Maple. She's putting her head against the window. She can hear you that way a little bit. She really likes to be the center of attention, so wave at her. She's like, oh, I am so cool. Notice how slim she is? She didn't have those fat rails. I swear she does that on purpose. But she's a big long girl. And her name is Maple. So again, I'm going to get off the mic for a minute here. A couple more minutes, I'll get back on. We'll do our official beluga narration.
I can just sit there and watch it. But you know, I told you.
everybody, how are you doing? All right, how many people actually are here because they saw there was an animal talk going on here? Oh, that's pretty good. We always want to know if people are seeing this stuff we're putting out. So, all right, so this is the official Beluga narration. How many folks, this is your first trip to Georgia Aquarium? And everybody else is a repeat offender. Okay, we're good with that too. Excellent, excellent. Well, hope you're enjoying yourself here today. It's a little more folks here than we usually have on a Tuesday, but that's cool. More is better. How many of you had a chance to see the Dolphin Show already today? How many are going at 2? All right, make sure you get up there by 1:30, by the way. It's a big thing, and it takes a long time to get in there, so that's your best way, because they're going to close those doors at 2. Anyways, back to beluga whale. So just a quick rundown what we got behind us here. This is our beluga whale habitat. There are currently 5 beluga whales in here, 1 male, there he goes, Nunavik, and 4 girls. Here they are up here. And the habitat's 800,000 gallons. You've got this window on this side, you got the window in the ballrooms. If you're ever invited to the ballroom, it's thinner, you can hear them. They're very chatty whales, you know. And so around that corner, if you see them going in and out of there, they got that gate open. That is the medical habitat. The floor there can lift up, so if we do any quick health assessments, I think they were doing some physicals back there today or something. And then there's another gate that opens up, and that's the secondary habitat. So the whole thing's 800,000 gallons. So if you come up here and you go, wow, where are the beluga whales? They're in the back room. It's a small one, but it's like the TV room I call it. Everybody wants to go back there. And belugas actually are very comfortable with kind of confined spaces, as they do live in the north there. So every beluga whale you see here was born in human care. So I call them domestic beluga whales. And none of these are wild cats. I'm not sure if there's any left in the AZA system or right now. The oldest one I knew, I think it was about 1.5 years ago. He passed away. He was in San Diego. And he was, they normally live about 40 years. He was 52 years old. And he looked good the whole time. You know, you want to look good up to the end there. So that's quite a long time for them to live there. So as a group, they do live in the Arctic northern areas up there. The population that's in the United States would be off the coast of Alaska. And it's a Cook Inlet population. Unfortunately, it's been going up and down a lot. Now, I'm not saying they're dying or anything, but they're moving away. Here's what causes that. Has anybody heard of a warm water events on the West Coast called the Blob? I know it's kind of weird, right? They had several of these events. We call them unusual mortality events. You know what the word mortality means. Things aren't doing well. So they had one of those, I think it was 2013, 2015, 16. They just had another one up there, and that's affected our birds, our murre population up there. But what will happen is the water warms up, and it's usually like this 1,000-mile round area, about 300 foot deep, and the water temperature can be anywhere from 4 to 10 degrees above normal. So we're actually seeing algae blooms. We shouldn't see that. Algae shouldn't be up there. But what it's causing is it gets toxic because the algae gets upset, we'll say, and it gives off toxins. And what will happen then is the bait fish go away and the other fish have to chase it. So let's say you got 500 beluga whales living in Cook Inlet, all of a sudden you got 200. It's because they moved away to try to find more food. So that's one of the issues. So the major population in North America that you're going to be able to actually see and interact with is going to be in Hudson Bay, particularly Churchill, which is kind of, if you take Hudson Bay and look about 9 o'clock, there's Churchill there. You have to fly or take a several-day train ride up there, but it's pretty much geared around ecotourism right now. In the summertime, that means like July, August, you can actually go out on boats or get in the water with them. I see people now paddleboarding with them. It's the only population of wild beluga whales that do not seem to be afraid of the man. And I was listening, they have every week they have a boat that goes out with cameras and they talk to a scientist, and it's online on explore.org. So I was listening to her, and she said that reason is probably because none of them are alive that remember being hunted by humans. The other populations aren't quite so now these in Hudson Bay do come from around Greenland, so if they would have a little experience of being hunted, but they seem to be very friendly with people. They're very curious. They come right up to you in the water out there. But their population in general is around 150 to 155,000 worldwide. And if you figure how many people live in a city, that's what, 3 blocks of people in New York City? You know, that's not that many people. So it's something to concern now. We work with the folks at the Seward Sea Life Center in Seward, Alaska. They I've rescued several beluga whales there, so we go up there and help them with population counts and health assessments on those populations. Also, our birds, our puffin habitat, which is really or should be called auk habitat. They're all members of the auk family. They came to us from a partnership we have with the Seward Sea Life Center. And several of the puffins and the mirrors are now on the species survival plan. I hate to say, but I think it was a year and a half ago, because it takes that long for the research to come out. They had another mass die off of unfortunately common mirrors off Alaska, and literally half their population's gone. The report I read said it's about like half of people in New York City going away. And at this time, it's really a little more serious than the other ones because they're not recovering. So these are things going on up in that Arctic area that we have to worry about because we like our mirrors. By the way, if you go around and you look at the puffin habitat, ask the person there to show you the baby mirrors we have. Well, they're young juveniles now, and it's our first two that were hatched there, and they are the cutest thing. You think a puffin's cute? Wait till you see our baby mirror. They're in the school. So there's two of them in there. The person up there can help you find them. Well, back to our belugas again. Besides that population in Alaska, there's some different areas all around the top part of the planet. The category that includes beluga whales has only one other animal in it. What other whale looks like a beluga whale? It's got a long thing on its nose. Narwhal, there we go. And you know that is actually their canine teeth. They erupt in kind of a spiral. That's the only teeth they have. And they have had a bona fide video of them stunning Arctic char with them, so we know it's used for hunting. But then the nerves, are lots of nerves in it. We think maybe they can use that to sense salt and cold water. Remember, they're in ice floes. They're moving around, and they really can't see the shore. They want to know where they are, and that may help them with directional finding. Now, you see those beluga whales moving farther north, and there's been interaction between narwhals and belugas, so I can bet you that we're going to see a hybrid. Like, by the way, that's called a norluga when you see a hybrid. And it'll have unusual teeth because these are peg teeth animals. So let's go back. I forgot to mention why these are mammals. So they are mammals just like we are. All cetaceans are mammals. They have all the same attributes we have. That would be they're warm-blooded. Their blood temperature is around 92 normal. They give live birth, another trait of a mammal. They nurse their young with milk. And the girls, you can see their mammary glands. It's a little V down there. They also have some hair or fur, believe it or not. In the case of belugas, it's on the calves when they're born. There's shallow there, I don't see any here. But they think that helps with the nursing to stimulate the milk and things like that. I've seen pictures of baleen whales up near these boat watchers, you know. And they have little whiskers on their nose all the time. So they do. They are mammals. They have adapted back in the ocean. They do have a vestibular hip. Certain parts of their internal organs are still hooked to those, so that's a leftover. The tail is just a tail with a big cartilage flap on the end. And which way do you think the power stroke is, down or up? Where's all the muscles on it? It's got to be up, because all the muscles are on top. Big power stroke there. So they're very amazing animals. I mean, you know, our history with whales has been kind of a checkered one in the past. We've hunted them for food, oil, and things like that. And mostly we're not. There's a few countries, I think it's Iceland and Japan, that are still not quite on board with the fact that these are long-lived, very intelligent, sentient beings, and probably, you know, I wouldn't eat my pet dog, so I still wouldn't eat one of these. These are more my friends. So I've been here 13 years, and I've known a couple of these animals for that long in here. Now, we do have, let's see who's more than, they're interacting with they may be having a encounter up here, and they're doing a behavior right now. Hi, and going like that. So the trainers are over there right now. So you can book a session with them, which is what's going on here. We no longer do it in the water. I got to go in the water with them once. Oh my God, that was the best thing I've ever done in my life. So spent a half hour there with them. By the way, the water is about 58, even with the wetsuit on, with no gloves on. I was silly. I left my hands in the water the whole time, and I got a little hypothermia there when I got out, but I was a happy camper. Yeah, it was getting kind of cold. So you can book these. You have to book them in advance. They're pretty popular, but you could be up there right now. And we also, maybe they're not doing an encounter. I don't know, but the harbor seals in here, usually they put them somewhere else in there. But we have 3 harbor seals in here. We have the 2 boys, Floyd, and his actual name is Cerberus. I didn't know what that was. I looked it up and went, oh, it's the mythical 2-headed dog or something that guards the gates of hell. Somebody in Orlando, where he was born, had a sense of humor. We call him Serby, and we call the other one Floyd, and the one that's a little smaller is Rose. That's our female. They've been here 16 years. That's 3 years longer than I have been. And they were born in Orlando to different parents. It must have been a busy harbor seal breeding season. And at SeaWorld over there in Orlando. But like I say, beluga whales, we're doing a lot of research, trying to keep track of them, find out what's going on. You hear of stories of them showing up places they shouldn't show up. A lot of animals are getting confused because water temperatures are changing at different times of the season. The climate is changing in ways that it hadn't done for a long time, and that confuses a lot of animals, so that's not good for them there. But these animals are pretty amazing. If we didn't have them here, we wouldn't be able to talk to you about them. You wouldn't care about them. You wouldn't know anything about them. So it's important to have them here so we can discuss them. And in our case, we do work with the folks up at the Seward Sea Life Center. They did a rescue up there several years ago, and it was a baby whale. It was only a few weeks old, which is unusual. Usually they're abandoned because something's wrong. They're going to die. So they took it in, thinking it would just last a little while. And then they went ahead and noticed it was doing pretty well. So they did some different things. They warmed up the water because they don't have a lot of blubber. They do have thick skin at birth. And his name was Tyonik. And he's a fighter because he had some troubles. So everybody, before COVID, we started sending team members up there because you have to feed him like every hour or something like that. And Tyonik got over colic. He got over a collapsed lung. He's a fighter, and he survived. And he is now living in San Antonio. So he's unable to be released, but the important thing is he's also new male DNA in the population in North America. There's you got to keep working. Yes, Stan was the right spot on this thing. Yeah, very limited amount of whales in human care, so we have to watch how the DNA. You can't have, somebody's a brother and sister, of course, in the same habitat breeding there. So we were very careful about that. So I want to ask, does anybody have any questions at all? You've been so quiet out here. Work. You think this might work all the time. Only if I stand right here. No questions at all? No? Yes, here's one right here. Go. She asked me, are whales soft? They are really soft. So it's kind of like, I touched a dolphin and a whale. The whale's a little smoother. Dolphin feels like you're touching a wetsuit. Some people say it's like a boiled egg that you peel, but I thought it felt like a wetsuit. And here's the weird thing, is when I put my hand on it, this is my personal experiment, I said, I want to see if I feel any heat coming off this animal. Because they have like a centimeter of skin and maybe up to 10 centimeters of blubber. They put on more if it gets colder out. I tried that, it doesn't help me out at all, it's so cold. But that keeps them warmer. And I put my hand against them, and I couldn't feel any heat coming off them all. They're super insulated. They're keeping all that heat in. You also notice they have small fins, and they have no dorsal fin. They have just a ridge. And that's by design, because they live in extremely cold environments, and that smaller fin helps keep the body temperature in. That ridge is tough, so they live where there's ice, and they may have to break through the ice to get a breathing hole there. You've probably seen some reports in the past because ice flows are moving at different times, where they've actually had to send out people with chainsaws, or the Russians or somebody came up with an icebreaker to help these beluga whales get to where they needed to go. Because if they kept going under the water, they wouldn't be able to get out and drown. Because remember, they do breathe air, just like we do. Forgot to mention that. Another mammal trait, they breathe air. So we have to make sure they can get around. But things are changing, and it's getting harder and harder for the animals to figure out what's going on, so they're moving around a bit up there. But yes, they're very fun to touch. It's like a cold wetsuit there. All right, so is anybody going to the 2 o'clock Dolphin Show again? I think.
Dolphin presentation. Please make your way to Dolphin Coast at the stop.
Is that for a minute ago? Or is another one on the screen that we put together? Well, look at those little ones, like the little bitty ones. Yeah, that's your breath.
Fish, dude. There's so many fish in there.
Yeah, they're great. I had something
What about these breaks?
Those regions joining us. Welcome to Sharks, Predators, and the Deep. Now, just as a quick heads up, if you have reservations for the 2 o'clock Dolphin Show, now's going to be the time to head on over, because once the doors close at 2, they will reopen to the very end of the show. Now, there are 2 more things I want you to keep in mind. Sharks, Predators, and the Deep is going to be a no-flash show. So before taking your fabulous photos, videos, or selfies, please make sure that we have our lights turned on ahead of time. And in terms of the human selfie, if that ain't quite gets able to catch your liking, or you're just not able to get the view you desire, have no fear, because if you keep swimming, there are 14 big windows in total for you to choose from. And some of those windows will even be above you once you get to the halfway point, so don't forget to look up. Now, as we are enjoying our lovely sharks, one of the things that I want to talk about are the foods these guys are going to be eating. Now, if you were to add up everything we use across the building over the course of an entire year, we use about 500 million pounds of food. And for our sharks here, we'll use a lot of things like salmon, cod, makimaki, ladyfish, bronzini. Now, because we are going through so much food, it's really important we understand where that food is coming from and how it is collected.
as different types of fishing and agriculture have different impacts on their surroundings. So we want to make sure that impact we have is a positive one. Now, one of the best ways we can do this is when we're purchasing our food, taking a close look at labels, certifications, or even using external resources. Now, are any of us seafood fans by chance? I see a couple hands. Now, a great way we can keep an eye out for our seafood is using resources like Seafood Savvy. You're looking out for that little blue check mark. Now, this is going to be applicable even if seafood's not necessarily your favorite, as fish can show up in other parts of life, such as pet foods and cosmetics. So, examining what we're purchasing can go a long way. Not just for our health and well-being, but these guys as well. Now, as always, if you do have questions about the animals, navigation, or for planning your visit, there will be staff all throughout more than happy to assist. I myself will be at the glowing blue cart, where we also have some cool bio facts that you want to check out. And as always, we want to thank you so much for joining, and hope you have a shrimply fantastic time.
They're real.
You see them? What are those fish doing over there? You love the shark. What are those fish doing over there? What if I just do this? Look how big that hammerhead is. I'm gonna do this and see if I can get to try it. Well, wait, I'm gonna do this and see if
Come
they're
on,
attractive.
Come on, Mia. I know you want to go. I know you want to go.
他也不走远，这堆小鱼就在这片后头。
Ready?
我要浮潜，看着上游上游。
我下面还不会进人，只有那个大白鲨会。
就这个，他也会。
他不会，他不会转。
What's the feeding? They're feeding it. What's that now? Oh, you just ate something.
No, I thought they had them right there. You want shot? I have like a shower here. Right?
你们两个要来上一回，来这里给上一回。
Needs still live there.